Hey, good day, folks. Welcome to another edition of Lumberjack Logic Live, and I'm so excited to bring this breaking news. This is incredible. Actually, there's two stories that just broke. So one's bad news, one's good news. I'm going to start with the good news because I'm really excited about this. Want to mention my sponsor really quickly. You guys know Mike Lindell and My Pillow. Oh, I love this stuff. Go get yourself some towels. Free shipping still with promo code Lumberjack. MyPillow.com/Lumberjack. Promo code Lumberjack. I'll put it in the chat here really quick for you, but we still have the free shipping. People, because of you and all you've done to support Mike Lindell, we get the same big specials that the War Room does, Steve Bannon's show. So that's a big deal. And that's all because of you guys supporting Mike Lindell. Thank you so much for that. It really helps out the show as well. So thank you, and thank you. All right, I got the thank yous out. Please smash the like. Please chat in with where you're from. I see Iowa on the stream. LaMille. By the way, I just got the Tyson story ready to go. It's in the queue. The video is all done. I told you guys I would get that done. It's actually worse than I thought it was initially. The Tyson story is terrible. It will be the next video that launches, and I think I'm out of notifications for today, so you're going to have to just go to the page and catch it. I will schedule it to be released at 5 o'clock Central Standard Time, so there you go. That's when it'll go up. All right, now the big story here. Sheriff Dan Leaf. Do you guys remember Sheriff Dan Leaf? I did a story on this last week. I was so excited about this, okay? But Barry County, Michigan, not Dan Leaf, I'm sorry, Dar Leaf. Gosh, Barry County, Michigan Sheriff Dar Leaf has just sent a notice to Judiciary Chair Jim Jordan, saying his office has been investigating criminal acts related to the 2020 election, and they have some damning evidence. So now this has been elevated all the way to the United States Congress. Okay, by the way, my friend George, and you can catch him at Firebrand Media on YouTube, broke this story just within the last hour. He says, my office has come into possession of evidence that foreign nationals have accessed electronic voting machines in Michigan and other states. This evidence demonstrates that elections in Michigan and throughout the United States are not secure, and an immediate investigation is needed by Congress. Anoka, Carrie Smith, I used to live right down by Anoka. This is so big because an actual sheriff taking this, and he's not, because Dana Nessel, her office, Dana Nessel's the AG of Michigan, her and Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson had tried to quash this story, okay? They've tried to quash it. They have tried to get this guy to turn over his evidence to them. Now he is reaching out to Jim Jordan so that this cannot be covered up. His full letter, George saw this on Truth Social from Jim Jordan. I'm going to read to you part of it. Dear Congressman Jordan, my office, by the way, just so you can see, this is straight from the Barry County Sheriff's Office. I just retweeted this or reposted it on X. So if you go to my Twitter account, it's just at Neil, Neil E. Johnson. Neil, the letter E, Johnson. That's my handle on Twitter. Go over there and you can get a copy of this letter for yourself so you can read along with me if you want to. Okay. Dear Congressman Jordan, my office is investigating criminal acts related to elections in Barry County, the state of Michigan, and the United States. I am in possession of evidence involving voting machines. Additionally, I have recently received a subpoena from Prosecutor D.J. Hilson of Muskegon County for my file. D.J. Hilson worked with the Michigan Attorney General to bury the Muskegon fraud investigation that was initially reported by the Muskegon local clerk. Not one person was charged related to the Muskegon fraud despite confessions and physical evidence. Considering this, I'm going to provide portions of my file to Congress for an immediate review and investigation. Not only immediate review and investigation, people, he is looking for a backup in the right hands. This sheriff is smart. Smash that like if you would. If not for me, for Sheriff Dar Leaf of Michigan, okay? Again, Barry County, Michigan. My office has come into possession of evidence that foreign nationals have accessed the machines, okay? I already read that. Immediate investigation is needed by Congress. I have evidence in my file of Serbian foreign nationals entering our election system while the votes were being counted. And prior to certification, the election vendor, Dominion, hired these Serbian employees and disclosed in emails that they are not able to provide backgrounds on these individuals due to law in Serbia. What? Sorry, folks, you can't know who these people are. It's freaking unbelievable. Therefore, the United States has allowed a scenario where potentially Serbian military criminals are running our elections and remotely entering our election equipment. I am investigating the role that some individuals inside the United States have played in conspiring with these people and who have even directed and instructed them to access and interfere with the machines and systems during past elections, including which election, people? Take a guess. Take a guess, including which election? Which year do you think? Possibly. In the chat. That's right. November of 2020. Lisa Bailey got it first. Let's give a hand clap to Lisa Bailey, my wonderful moderator. Thank you, Lisa. Okay. Multiple false assurances from state and federal agencies and private companies that these were secure and not compromised through remote network access or otherwise. Moreover, I have evidence that U.S. Dominion and its affiliates instructed its employees to alter or otherwise falsify the integrity of the software and hardware in its voting machines and systems to attain certification from the EAC. And even when they knew that the systems could not properly be verified and certified. Additionally, I have evidence that the machines and systems are vulnerable to alteration and manipulation, i.e. interference by the use of thumb drives and external devices, like freaking pens, that can be surreptitiously connected to voting machines before, during, and after elections. I'm referring to the hack down in Georgia, right in front of the judge. This is not fake news. With a pen, hacked the machine right in front of the judge. And that is when the judge, Totenberg, came out and said, hey, this is why Mike Lindell was wearing all the tinfoil hats and everything. Okay? And he said, oh, now I can take my tinfoil hats off because in court they've said that we're not conspiracy theorists. As a result of this information, my office is investigating conspiracy crimes, wire services fraud, honest services fraud, and perjury charges, among other criminal acts. My gosh, this sounds like a Fannie Willis case. Please smash that like, people. For the love of all things holy, smash the like and increase the chat rate and help us get this out. Oh God, we've waited too long for this. Okay. The perjury charges stem from assurances by Dominion's CEO during sworn testimony before the Michigan legislature that its machines and systems could not be accessed or connected to by outside networks and sources, and that it was a U.S.-based company. Do you guys remember just the other week, Mike Lindell talked about this on an interview I did with him, and we were laughing about it because, what was that, in South Carolina during Nikki Haley when they were having problems with machines because they weren't connected to the internet. They couldn't get them connected to the network, so they were having problems. They couldn't vote. Wait, I thought the machines were connected to the internet. Oh, my word. This has got to make Fox News feel like complete freaking idiots. Murdoch and company have to feel like morons. As I now have evidence that our election equipment is not secure, and because the machines prevent transparency and vendors have more oversight and authority to have them examined than the officials that are in charge of the constitutional duty to ensure that these are secure, transparent, and fulfill our promise to each and every American that their votes will count and will be properly tabulated and not deleted, or otherwise altered, I am presenting you with this letter and an initial tranche of evidence so that you will review it and be compelled to investigate this matter and call those responsible for this breach of our Constitution to give testimony concerning these criminal acts and breach of our national security. These matters impact not only us here in the state of Michigan, but every citizen voter in the country who relies on the Constitution's promise that each legal, registered citizen voter should have one vote, and that vote should correctly reflect his or her will and choice. Go! He is shaming Congress into investigating this stuff right now. Oh, Dar Leaf is a freaking hero. By the way, again, please smash that like. Does help get this out. I know some people say, Neil, you say that too much. On this story, I'm really desperate to get this story out because this is just big, big news. The other thing with this, I'm going to get to the bad news story here in just a second, but this is the good news story, and it's huge. So I'm going to finish the letter. As a constitutional officer, he is a sheriff after all, my duties are defined by my oath of office, the Constitution, the statutes governing my office, and those powers at common law that were recognized as being attached to my position. In light of this evidence, I am suggesting that every election official consider an emergency backup plan for upcoming elections, to prepare to verify all ballots and voters and to hand count actual paper ballots at the end of elections to confirm the accuracy of the vote, the voters, and that our election machines are working properly. There is no harm in confirming results to ensure that the will of the people is reflected. This guy, I mean, seriously, he's apparently looked at the Lindell plan, paper ballots, one-day voting, hand counting. So, again, he is shaming Congress into investigating this. This is now in Jim Jordan's hands. Not only the letter, but the tranche of evidence if you just jumped on. Okay? By the way, I retweeted this, or reposted it, I guess, because now it's X, not Twitter. I keep calling it tweets, whatever. Twitter. My handle is down below in the description, and I think Independent Many just shared it in the chat. She can share it again. And this is the last repost I did, so it will be just below my pin post. He goes on, thank you in advance for your prompt attention to this matter. Please do not hesitate to contact me if you have any questions or would like additional information. As it stands, I have no faith in the federal institutions that allowed this garbage in the first place. Therefore, I am attaching unredacted documents for your review. More importantly, for review by the American people. This should allow for Congress to issue subpoenas in an expedited fashion. I look forward to working with Congress and working with the American people and quickly addressing these election security problems while I pursue the criminal investigation with sheriffs across the country. It's not just him, people. There is look at this. He's working with other sheriffs across the country. There's a freaking plan. By the way, I know that, come on, what's her name? Catherine Engelbrecht. And the guy with the big beard. Oh, help me out. True the Vote. Those people. Greg. Isn't it Greg? Oh, come on. Help me out, people. You guys will know. People, thanks for all these super stickers, super chats coming across. I see them. I just haven't been able to get to them yet because I'm just trying to stick to this news. I want everybody to watch this on replay. I don't want them getting, thank you. I see their super sticker from Artis. I see one from Roxy. And I see Brooks Kelly saying, here in Tarrant County, Texas, during 2022, I chatted in French with a worker servicing the machines. He said he was from France and his wife was from Venezuela. Oh, gosh. Tarrant County had problems. I saw those stories. Thank you for that super chat. Anyways, this is a big, big deal. So somebody said, Diana said, Neil, as long as Ray and Garland, there's nothing going to happen. Sad but true. Not true. Because things can happen through local sheriffs at the county level. The other thing is we have got to, people, and Ray is a problem. Garland is a problem. We know that. This is why we've got to win this next election. Huge. It's huge. So if more sheriffs are going to be out there doing hand counts and ensuring and doing all this work, this is huge. Okay, now, do you guys want the bad news or should we just end it on good news? Because this news is just awesome. Has to do with J6. It's just, it's amazing that we finally have a sheriff who's sending the, and thank you, Greg Phillips, thank you. Somebody said this is hilarious. Obviously a lefty on the stream can't handle the truth. So yes, because this sheriff is just, out there doing the work. He's got the documents. He's handed it over to Congress. Okay. We're not saying, for your information, that we know everything yet. The sheriff has the information. It's at Congress. And it's just awesome. All right. Yeah, get saved is right. All right. So, do you guys want the bad news? I'm serious. I'm like on such a high. All right, here we go. I'm going to give it to you. The DOJ, our lovely Department of Justice, has charged influencer Isabella De Luca for touching a table that came out of the Capitol during January 6th. I repeat, she got charged for touching a table. Oh, no, that's the one I retweeted. I didn't retweet this other one yet. Oh, I'm sorry, folks. If you're following on the Twitter feed, my friend George had it. So let me see. I will retweet it right now. There it is. Reposted. I just reposted that one. The other one is reposted as well on the J6 story. Okay. She was arrested 3 days ago and specifically charged with 5 counts that include theft of government property, aiding and abetting theft of government property, parading, demonstrating, or picketing in a Capitol building. She was outside the Capitol. She touched a table that came out of the Capitol. They got the full arrest warrant. And somebody on there says this, okay? So here's the full arrest warrant of Isabella Maria De Luca. She's here. I'll show you a picture of her too. She's a beautiful young lady. Okay. Let me just get you that. There she is. So it's this gal. Okay. Arrested, charged for touching a table that was outside of the Capitol. That's our DOJ. And so you're right. Wray and Garland, it's all bad. The only way we have got to win 2024, I've been talking to people about this, there is no way without winning 2024 that we fix this stinky ship, okay? Somebody commented, I want to share this with you because I think this is just ridiculous. Like people can't figure stuff out. Somebody responds, this guy's name is Prater. Prater Primus is his handle on X. Interesting. Touching a table is nowhere listed. It's almost like you're not telling the full story. And my friend George responded to him, your mind doesn't work properly. The first count is in reference to her touching the table. The only interaction she had with government property was her touching it. Okay? Anyways, that's the deal. So that's what's going on out there in the world. Get this story shared. If you just jumped on the stream, you got to go back to the beginning because there's a huge story with the sheriff out of Michigan. Also, please support my sponsor, MyPillow. That's right, MyPillow.com. This is the MyPillow 2.0. He's got the big deal going on in those percale sheets for listeners of this show, $39.98 for a king-size set. But I love the MyPillow. I had it long before. I just talked to somebody the other day who got to buy their MyPillow from Mike Lindell years ago. And they said, I'm sure he doesn't even remember me, but when he first started out. Isn't that cool? Anyways, our justice system needs a major, major overhaul. I love it. Thor's laughing at MyPillow. People, why don't you guys, here, Thor, why don't you leave us your address? Maybe we'll get you a MyPillow so you can have a good night's sleep. Let's see. Joe Abels chatted in. Hey, Paul Bunyan. He got them all and send them. All right. Thanks, Independent Many. There's the link, Thor, so you can use it to get yourself a MyPillow. I love it. I love it, folks. All right. Keep fighting the good fight. Peace out.